Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well through this season. This season can sometimes not be the easiest, I guess, in regards to the time of year. So I hope everyone's being easy on themselves. I'm trying my best to be easy on myself as I flow through and take it slow, which has been a lesson for me at this time. So I'm not sure what Spirit's messages are for us this week or within these energies. So I'll just pull some cards and see what comes up. Me through this collective reading. What messages and guidance do you have for us, the collective, at this time? What guidance do you have for us, the collective, at this time? What guidance do you have for us, the collective, at this time? One more. Oh, that light. Okay, so we have four of wands, sorry, not four of water. Which is pretty cute. We also have 5 of pentacles. 3 of cups. And 4 of pentacles. So it looks a little like this. There's this light beam going through the camera, but I kind of like it, so so with these cards, I feel like something that Source is calling us to focus on right now is family. What brings us stability. I'm also hearing what we cherish, so the things that we do within our time, within our space. 4 of Wands can represent to me home as well, and building stability within what home means to us. So it doesn't have to be a physical space, but it can mean that. It can also be, I guess, in relation to people, places, things. So I guess a question that I'm hearing that we are asking ourselves this week, or are encouraged to ask ourselves, is what does home mean? So what does home mean to us individually? And it's interesting because there's 5 of Pentacles here, and that talks about lack. And especially in particular with this card, searching for, like, they're literally looking for the pentacles or the coins. So there could be some sort of lack that we're feeling within home, within our stability, within family. There could even be like family wounds that are coming up, or past things associated to 5 of Pentacles can also mean like self-worth as well, coming up. So looking at like our family patterns might even be a thing if we are feeling a little bit of a lack within the things that make us feel stable, safe, secure, or structure as well, especially within the things that we are passionate about and pour into. So I guess it looks like it's a time for us to like meditate on those things. Where are we feeling a lack, or this can even be financial as well, and looking at how, or within our resources, and looking at how we can bring more stability within those aspects of our lives. With the 3 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles, for me this is about like, it's important for us to spend time with family. It's important for us to spend time with friends. And so and people that make us feel playful, make us feel light. And again, this is about stability. In the traditional tarot, Four of Pentacles can mean like even being guarded a little bit. And having boundaries. So we might be reflecting on our boundaries and stuff, but in this deck in particular, Four of Pentacles is pretty positive in the sense of we know what our boundaries are, and we have that structure. And so yeah, meditating on what home, family, security, safety feels like for us, maybe where in the past we have lacked that, even growing up or in our home structures within our lives, how that's affected our self-worth, how that's affected the way we even view our resources or money or finances can be a big one. And then I guess Source is reminding us to ease that meditation, or that time of meditation and reflection, with playfulness and lightness, and doing things that make us feel free, but also stable within our boundaries at the same time. I'm also saying, like, through this process, it is bringing us into a lot of stability, and again, like, knowing what our routines are is one thing as well. So even within home, within our friendships, within our finances as well, or resources and energy and time that we give out, like, what are our boundaries here, and what has created our boundaries within our friendships and family structures, and resources and finances, and how can we continue to keep our boundaries but still be open within our playfulness and receptivity and giving. Yeah, there's Queen of Swords at the base of the deck. So for me, that is about discernment, and trusting your own discernment. So I feel like Source is reminding us to, trust ourselves, trust our perception. I mean, perception can change and look different from different angles. But our discernment, I'll use that word instead. Trusting our discernment looks like it's important at this time. And especially when it comes to our boundaries, and using our discernment. So how am I trying to say this? I guess, like, taking that energy of the Queen of Swords, so being sharp in our intention and in our words as well, and not in a way that displaces others, but just being straight up. Is pretty much what Queen of Swords energy is. And getting clear on our boundaries, and implementing them in that way, and trusting our intuition and the discernment and wisdom that we have when it comes to implementing these boundaries, and also finding balance within playfulness and openness, and then also structure. So some of us might be balancing. I mean, I guess at this time of the year there's a lot of gatherings and stuff, so some of us might be balancing gathering with people that we love, family, friends, and like work. And there's so much warmth here as well for people that are feeling it during this season, within Christmas and the end of year. Can be a lot of pressure as well, and can feel quite isolating for some people, or that feeling of lack can be highlighted. And so Source is reminding us to connect with those that make us feel like playful and receptive. Okay. What other guidance and information do you have for I'm also hearing Source reminding us to release comparison as well during this time. Yeah, so trying not to compare in terms of like how much other people have, how looking at other people's families or structures or friendships, you know, yeah. And being Four of Wands to me is also gratitude and being grateful for what we do have that is stable. Yeah, and maybe if we're feeling like there isn't anything that we have right now that is stable, yeah, entering into that playfulness energy, trying to step out of our comfort zone a little bit in terms of connecting with others. Guidance information, of course, you have for us, the collective, at this time. Yeah, we have Five of Wands. So there's like maybe some conflict. This can even just be internal conflict that's coming up, but it can be with others. It's interesting though, the Wheel of Fortune's at the base of the deck. So Source always reminds me that, you know, conflict. I mean, I'm a fire sign, so that's no biggie. Conflict is no biggie for me, but, you know, conflict can be a positive thing. And so Source is reminding us that even though there is this conflict potentially coming up within self, maybe even around us, and this can also be like chaos as well, and like competitive energy, and again, that comparison, maybe just being brought up by this time of year, and the pressure to do certain things, and the busyness, and the like the pressure that we feel within capitalism and within consumerism to have and to give. Yeah, but Source is reminding that there is this Wheel of Fortune turning, or that this conflict won't last, and that there are also like beautiful things that come out of this. I guess it's dependent on how we channel it. And Five of Wands is also action. So what action are we willing to take towards, I don't know, I guess expanding beyond any of this conflict or competitive energy? And I also feel like if there has been conflict in regards to other people that we're dealing with, whether it is family, because of this time, sometimes we're like not forced to, but pressured to spend time. Yeah, just seeing that Source and our ancestors are helping us release and come out of any conflict, or I guess not have to like adhere to. Some information you have for us, the collective at this time. Okay, cool. So we have Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is about like feeling very emotionally fulfilled, and the things that we potentially have been working towards, asking for within our emotional selves, really coming into an alignment. I'm just going to pull a couple more to see what else comes from this. What other guidance information do you? Okay, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so if there has been any conflict, especially within family, family dynamics, friends, again, everything that I mentioned before, it does look like there is going to be some sort of balance that happens here. So that might be encouragement for someone that's going through a certain situation. But this is also encouragement that, yeah, within any conflict, focus on it's important for us to observe the lack that we could be feeling, but also focus on the things that we actually desire to create within our environment and the things that we have already created through the lack. So there might be some things that come up from past, or again, like I was saying, looking at the areas maybe where we have lacked within family foundation structure or our routine, and looking at the things that are aligning for us, and how we can make sure that the things that we are involved in, our connections, our friendships, within these boundaries as well, that there's this balance, that there's this how do you say that word? Reciprocity, I think. A flow of receiving and giving, you know. Yeah, so might be a really nice time to reflect this week on our exchange, within family dynamics, within our friendships, and looking at our boundaries a little bit. And that might also call us to like explore a little bit more, with Knave of Wands at the base of the deck. Explore the ways in which we give passion, or ways in which we give. Okay, I'll pull two more. What guidance information do you have for us, collective? Oh, I'll pull three more. 10 of Swords, Ace of Chalices, and Ace of Swords. Yeah, again, that's about like past coming out. So some of us may be having conversations about some past stuff. Some of us are also maybe even being called to release some past things that are coming up, and that might happen through conversation. That might also happen by another person, another thing, or ourselves offering some sort of cup. So that can even just mean like beginning afresh. I'm also hearing like filling our own cups as well. So, and filling each other's cups through conversation, and I'm hearing intent, having clear intent with the Ace of Swords. So it looks like it's important for us to reflect on past things in order for us to have clear intent, and to also have conversations. So if we are needing to have conversation with others around us about things that have hurt us, anything really that is coming up from the past that we're holding on to, especially, it can be a good time to do so. And it might even just be having that conversation with ourselves. But I like this because Ace of Cups is about like quite typically in the tarot, like an offering of love or something. So that's like a newness within the emotional body. So it can be like a new hashing out or a new agreement, where there is an emotional connection. So yeah, again, friendship, family, anything, any area of life really. So yeah, I feel like Source is reminding us to be willing to be open to having conversation where it's clear, where it's straightforward about past things, and where we can openly share our emotion, and also give room for our inner child to breathe, be seen, be heard, and also just for our emotions to be heard. So maybe some of us need to share our emotions in conversation a little bit during this time. Yeah, and with Judgment on the base of the deck, that's, I guess, there's a lot of reflection in this time, I feel, for us and for others. And I'm also saying that we can do this reflection together, or interweaving in and out of our connections, if that makes sense. So yeah, some of this like conversation and looking at these swords and these things that have happened in the past that are coming up might just be with ourselves. But it looks like that's necessary for clarity and to know what cup of love, of healing, of emotional well-being, of playfulness that we are offering to ourselves within this new season, new phase, and what we're offering to others as well. Yeah. Okay, I will leave that there. I hope that everyone has a lovely holiday season. I'm not too sure if there will be another collective reading up this month. I'm gonna see how I feel as I'm taking it slow, but yeah, it's been so nice to be on here and show my face a little bit more. And I'm really grateful to everyone that has reached out to me on this platform and on Instagram, and had conversation, korero with me. It's been really affirming, not only for what I move through, but reminders, or this is like, doing this has been a reminder that we all move through so many things together, and I love that. I love knowing that I have all of you to go through these experiences with, because every week I read, I'm also reflecting and looking at myself and my experiences too. So yeah, I'm sending you all heaps of love, and yeah, we'll talk soon.